Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In the today's session, I'm going to share you most asked automation testing entry questions, guys. I'm very confident if you watch this entire video, then you can easily crack automation testing interview because I'm going to cover all the entry questions from core Java and what type of Java programs used to ask in interview and what type of design patterns used to ask in interview and Selenium entry questions and also API testing entry questions and also Agile entry questions, Maven entry questions, GIT entry. Also, we will finally cover manual testing entry questions as well. So before moving into the main topic, if you are visited our YouTube channel for the first time, then don't forget guys, definitely subscribe our YouTube channel and also don't forget to share to your friends, because one main reason is there friends, I used to upload 1 or 2 videos daily and those videos are definitely helpful who are in IT sector. Okay, let's come back to the main topic. So what type of most frequently asked questions for automation tester, in any interview, the entry panel will start. The first question is, everyone knows what is the first entry question in any interview. That is nothing but, can you briefly tell me about yourself? That is everyone knows. Okay, and the next question he may ask, can you explain about your project architecture? Okay, you just leave those entry questions. Now the entry panel will start the technical interview from core Java concepts, definitely. So if you're attending as an automation testing engineer, then he definitely start with the core Java concept. If your profile is automation testing with Java programming language, so he definitely asked, the first question is OOPS concept. OOPS concept in Java. He might ask you like, can you explain the OOPS concept in Java and where used each one in automation framework? Where you applied object-oriented programming concept? Okay, in which area, in which scenario you have used object-oriented programming concepts in automation framework while you are applying, while you are implementing any automation framework, where you applied OOPS concept? Definitely ask question, guys. And the next question is, can you explain the difference between encapsulation and abstraction? This is also one of the most tricky core Java entry question. So you should have explained with example. And the next question is, you definitely explain difference between abstract class and interface. This is one of the most asked question. Most asked. In any interview, you might be Java developer or automation test engineer. Definitely ask question abstract class and interface. In which scenario, when to use abstract class and when to use interface? He might ask immediately after you explain difference between abstract class and interface. He might ask you, in which scenario we are using abstract class and which scenario we are using interface. Okay, this is a definitely entry question. And one more entry question also. This is also most asked one, guys. Most asked. That is nothing but method overloading and method overriding. Compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. You have to explain with example. And don't take some sample examples. Whenever you are explaining these concepts, don't take sample examples. So take the scenarios from your project only while you are explaining the concepts, any concept. Okay. And also one more difference you might expect, what is difference between finally and finalize? Okay, so you can expect this question also. Okay, next he might ask you, he might cover from exception handling concepts. Can you explain different types of exception? And one more questions he might ask you, suppose if you don't write catch block, then what will happen? You have written try block, but you didn't write catch block. will it going to execute or not? He might ask such kind of questions as well. Okay, and the next question is, can static methods are overridden or not? Can static methods be overridden or not? Okay, and one more question, can static methods call non-static methods? Can static methods call non-static methods or not? In case if you call static methods from non-static methods, then what type of exceptions rise? Okay, he might ask like that. And next question is, where we used static keyword while you are implementing automation framework? Can you tell me any one scenario in which area you are used static keyword in your project? Okay, and the next question is, how to convert array list to arrays? Can you write one example? Can you explain with one example? And also he might ask you, can we store duplicate keys in hash map or not? Suppose if you store duplicate key value, suppose if you store duplicate keys in a hash map, then what will happen? Okay, definitely these type of questions arise, guys. Okay, and also he might ask you difference between hash map and hash set. Difference between hash map and hash set with examples. You have to learn with example in any topic from core Java. Okay, and the next question is, where you use list, set and map in automation framework? Have you written any code by using list interface, set, map? So can you tell me any one example scenarios while you are implementing automation framework in your project? Okay, and sometimes the entry panel might ask you, can you explain each keyword in public, static, void, main and string sorts? So you must be ready to know, aware of all these keywords. You should be ready to answer for this question. Okay, and next question is, can you call multiple constructors within a constructor? In which scenario we can call multiple constructors within a single constructor? Okay, and this question also might ask, chances are there, what is the C relation and DC relation? Okay, and along with that you can expect questions from strings also, guys. You might ask questions like, why string is immutable? Why string is immutable? And the second question is, what is difference between string buffer and string builder? Okay, and also you must be ready to aware of, and also you must aware of built-in string methods also. I forget one concept, guys. You must aware of Java 8 features as well. Java 8 features like lambda, functions, default. Okay, there are different features are there from Java 8. You must aware of those concepts as well. Okay, so these are the main topics, main entry questions. These are the most frequently asked entry questions for automation test engineer. Now let us look at what type of Java programs he might ask in the technical interview. Okay, so these are the most frequently asked Java programs whenever you are facing technical rounds. Okay, so he might want to check your coding skills as well, how much efficient you are in coding. So if you want to check your coding skills, in fact there are a lot of Java programs are there to check your coding skills, but I have listed out some most frequently asked Java programs. Okay, so the first one is, can you write a program to reverse a string without using inbuilt function or method? Can you write a program to reverse a string without using inbuilt method? You have to prepare this one, guys. Okay, and also star pattern programs. I have written some sample programs. You have to prepare more than these examples. Okay, so most asked pattern, this one. Most asked pattern, this one. Okay, and also you have to prepare these kind of star pattern programs. Okay, and you also prepare one more program. You have to be, so you should be ready to write logic for bubble sort. Okay, and the second one, and the next program is, can you find the second most frequently repeated character from a given string? Can you write second most frequently repeated character from a given string? And the next one is, can you find the count of occurrence of each word in a sentence? This is the most asked one. And this one and this one. See friends, the entry panel most focus on to check your coding skills from the string concept. From the string area, he might ask a number of programming entry questions to check your coding skills. So therefore, you must prepare more and more entry programs, more and more Java programs from the string concept area. Okay, and the second one is how to remove duplicate elements from a list. How to remove duplicate elements from a list. And next program is, can you sort integers in the array? Can you sort integers in the array without using inbuilt function? Without using inbuilt function. And next one is, can you print prime numbers and provide total count in a given range? Now let us see some design pattern entry questions also you can expect, guys. So the entry panel might ask you like, can you explain the design pattern which you have used in your framework? What kind of design patterns you are used in your framework, automation framework? Okay, so you might explain POM, page object model, in case you have used in your automation framework like a build pattern, factory pattern, and singleton, then you can also explain these type of patterns also where you have applied in your framework. It depends on the project you are implementing, depends on the framework you are implementing. Okay, so you should prepare these design pattern entry questions as well. Okay, now we will see the most frequently asked and real-time Selenium entry questions. Okay, so the first one is, you can expect rarely Selenium architecture. Can I explain Selenium architecture? Okay, and the next one is, can you explain different types of weights? This is one of the most frequently asked entry questions from the Selenium concept of view. Okay, can you explain different types of weights and how do you handle synchronization in Selenium? How do you handle synchronization in Selenium? Okay, and the next question is, can you tell me what all interfaces used in Selenium? Can you tell me the list of interfaces used in Selenium? He might ask one or two interfaces after given answer. Okay, and also it is also most frequent one who are having below 2 years of experience in automation testing. That is nothing but how to take screenshots. Can you write the logic for? Can you write the code to take the screenshot? Okay, and next question is, how to check all the links are working in the web page or not? Can you write the code for that? Okay, and why we use set property in Selenium? Where we are using set property and in which scenario we are using set property in Selenium? Okay, and next question is, how to find names of all the tabs? How to find names of all the tabs? Okay, and also the same question, how to find attributes of an element? How to find attributes of an element? He might ask you one more question in the same similar way, how to find text, how to find text of the element. Okay, and also one more question, tell me all the locators. How many locators you know, which are most frequently used locators and why? He might ask, you can expect such kind of questions as well. And also the next question is, can you tell me what is XPath and different types of XPath? and which one is best one. Okay, and the next question is how to scroll page in Selenium. How to scroll page or view in Selenium. Can you write the code for that? Okay, and also you can expect what type of exceptions you face in Selenium. What type of exceptions you face and how you handle those exceptions. Okay, and next question is you definitely ask question this one. Can you explain this statement? Web driver equal to new Chrome driver. You have to explain this statement. Okay, and next question is can you write XPath to return the count number of rows in a table? Suppose there is a table is there. How many rows are there? Can you write XPath? Okay, and next question is suppose in my web page 10 text boxes are there having the same name, same ID, same class name, all are same. Then how can you find last text box? In your web page there are 10 text boxes are there with the same ID, with the same name, with the same class name. Then how can you find the element of the last text box? Okay, you have to write the logic for that one. Okay, and next question is how to validate text. How to validate text from text box which disappear by clicking, on it inside the text box. How can you find that? Then how you can validate the text? Whenever you are clicking on the text box, it disappearing. Then how you can validate the text? Okay, and the next question is suppose there is a button which download PDF file by clicking on it. Okay, so these type of scenario real-time Selenium entry questions you can expect. Okay, not only these entry questions, you can expect more entry questions, but most frequently asked some of the entry questions. And also one more most frequently asked entry question, that is nothing but can you explain the difference between find element and find elements? Okay, so there are a number of entry questions are there from Selenium. You can prepare those questions as well. Okay, now we'll see some Git related entry questions and Maven related entry questions. Okay, so now we'll discuss some Git related entry question. Can you explain the difference between commit and add? Can you explain the difference between commit and add? And one more entry question, can you explain the difference between commit and push? And one more entry question, can you explain the difference between pull and fetch? Okay, so I have already uploaded most asked 10 Git entry questions for any automation test engineer or even developers as well. You just check it out in our YouTube channel. Okay. And the next question is how to resolve conflicts while merging conflicts code. Okay, next question is can you explain the difference between merge and rebase? Okay, so these are the most frequently asked Git entry questions for automation tester. So if you want more entry questions from Git related entry questions, then you just check it out in our playlist. Okay, and the next entry questions are like from Maven. Why Mavens are used? What you can do with Maven? Okay, why Maven is used? And can you write the code for pom.xml file? How you can write the code pom.xml file? Okay, and also can you explain Maven lifecycle? And also one more question, can you explain the difference between Maven Surefire and Maven FileSafe plugins? Okay, and also he might ask you how to run test cases parallel. Can you write a piece of code for that? How to run test cases parallel using Maven? Okay, so you might ask these type of entry questions. If you want more entry questions related to Maven, I already uploaded in our YouTube channel. You just go to and check it out in our playlist. Okay, now we will discuss about TestNG entry questions. Okay, so this is also one of the most important area where automation test engineer must focus before attending the interviews. So I have written some frequently asked TestNG entry questions. The first one is how to create and run TestNG XML file. You should know this one. Okay. And next one, what is exception test in TestNG? How you can handle exceptions using TestNG. Okay. And the next question, how to pass parameters through TestNG XML file. How to pass parameters through a TestNG XML file, and how to set test case priority using TestNG. How to set test case priority in TestNG. Okay. How to run group of test cases. How to run group of test cases using TestNG, and how to run test cases parallelly. Can we run test case parallelly by using TestNG? Yes, it's possible. Okay. How to exclude particular test method from test case execution. Can you write logic for that one? Okay. How to disable a test case from execution. How to disable a test case. Okay. How to skip test method from execution. And what is the meaning of timeout? What is the meaning of test timeout? Okay. And you might also know, and you should also know, what is the use of invocation count, where we are using that one. So these are the most frequently asked TestNG entry questions. You definitely prepare with code, with coding only. Don't expect the theoretical part. Okay. The next part is, you might ask from Agile concepts also, Agile and SQL. From Agile, he might ask you, can you explain the difference between Agile and the waterfall model? That is the first entry question from Agile concept. After that, he might ask you, can you explain Agile process? Can you explain Agile process involved in a release of the product? Okay. So next question, he might ask you, what is a Scrum meeting? What type of discussion is going on in the Scrum meeting? Okay. So he might ask such kind of questions, and also related some Jira related entry questions. Okay. And the next question part is SQL or SQL. Okay. So in the SQL, he might ask you some few basic entry questions like, okay, can you tell me difference between drop and delete? And also, can you write a SQL query to copy data from one row to other? Okay. And also, you must prepare, this is the most important concept, joins. Okay, inner join, outer join, full outer join, left join, right join. You have to prepare that one along with the examples. And he might, entry panel might give one table. Okay. And he might ask a different query related entry questions. Can you find second highest salary, nth highest salary, first salary? He might ask such kind of entry questions. Okay. So you should prepare some basic query related entry questions also from SQL part. Now we will cover API testing related entry questions, like difference between REST and SOAP API web services, and the difference between stateful and stateless APIs, and what are the HTTP methods are there, and where and what are the HTTP methods are available, like get, post, put, head, patch, delete. What type of HTTP methods are mostly used while you are applying API testing? Okay. And which scenario we are using which method? You must know all those concepts. And also, you must know types of authentication in REST API. What type of authentications available in REST API? And also, you should know difference between OAuth 1.0 and OAuth 2.0, and which scenario we are using which one. Okay. And how to read data from Excel sheet, and how to convert into JSON request. Okay, you should know this concept as well. And what is serialization and deserialization in REST assured? Okay. And what is the difference between 401 and 403 status codes, and which scenario we are raising 401 and which scenario we are raising 403, and how to resolve them? So these type of API testing entry questions might expect. If you are purely API testing related test engineer, then you might prepare more entry questions. When it comes to manual testing entry questions, you can expect the fundamentals type of entry questions in software testing engineer, like how many types of testings are available, or what is the functional testing, and what is non-functional testing, what is the difference between bug, failure, error. Okay, and also you can expect can you explain the bug life cycle, can you explain SDLC and STLC, can you explain the life cycle of STLC. Okay, and what is the difference between severity and priority, and also you can expect how do you create a test strategy or test summary. Okay, and how to create bug reports, and can you explain the difference between boundary value analysis and equation partitioning, can you explain a difference between smoke testing and sanity testing, and can you explain difference between regression testing and retesting. So you can expect these type of entry questions from manual testing. Okay, so I hope this video is very helpful for all software automation testing engineers. So if you really feel this video is very helpful, then don't forget to share to your friends. So we'll meet with one more useful content video. Thank you very much.